Oh, very excellent. All right. Can everyone in the chat hear me? Can everyone? Are we live? All right. Good morning or good evening, all my dear little shmuppets. We are going to be playing Shmuppachinos. Yeah, that's a good one too. We are going to be playing some classic Psycho. Or I'm not going to be playing it. Jaimers is going to be playing it today. You know, we got Jaimers here playing probably the second most unplayed Psycho game. I think Zero Gunner 1 is the only game that people play less than this. But they're both pretty obscure for their library.
Yeah, there are like zero information of this game on the internet, and zero clears of this game on the internet. There's just nothing at all.
Yeah, you know, it really wasn't until the last, I'd say, year or so, honestly, the last like 8 months that people like started to play this game a little bit, probably because it became clearer about what you needed to do to emulate it. But I think it's a pretty unique game. It's probably the most involved, quote unquote, involved Psycho scoring system that they've ever came up with. So that kind of gives it something neat to go for. Even though, as we will probably see, I think it's a clearly unfinished game, but I like it. I think it's pretty fun.
Tiny bit, maybe.
Yeah. I think it's pretty fun.
Yeah, Psycho saw the writing on the wall with like the M2 hardware, and they just finished what they had and just moved on.
Yeah, like this M2 isn't going nowhere. You know, Virtua Fighter, Daytona, whatever. The Naomi was where it's at. So just finish this project and make like their all-time big classics for the Dreamcast era, with an asterisk. But yeah, so the M2 emulator, this is being played on the M2 emulator. I'm not going to say Google M2 emulator, Sega M2 emulator. I'm not going to say, like, there's a link to this emulator on Sega Retro. And I'm not going to say that, like, searching for this emulator and seeing an archive.org link on the third or fourth entry that contains all of the games for the M2 emulator. I'm not telling you to do that because that would be, you know, highly suspect. You know, Jaimers is playing on his own M2 board, and he's going to be showing off this great game for everybody right here.
Yeah, this game is kind of like the most marathon unfriendly game I can think of. So I'm not really sure what I was thinking, but you know, I needed to play it anyway because I wanted to finish it, and yeah, might as well show it off here. If something goes wrong, I'm gonna just load the backup save.
Yeah, that's okay. You know, I mean, this game's second loop is quite nasty, and but I love the really flat polygon shading. I love the kind of little weird esoteric toy aesthetic. I love how goofy and wooden these models all look. It has a very charming look to it.
They should just start 3D. Playing.
Yeah, we probably should start. We've been talking about how great this game is for 5 minutes, but now they have to see how great the game is.
Yeah, I need to immediately reset because wrong stage order. Yeah, this game is kind of like Wayforce, Waystorm, tiny bit. Like
yeah, you know, so he's playing. So unlike other Psycho games and most shoot 'em ups, the only way to select a different character in this game is to actually use the 1-player or 2-player function. So he's using the 2-player ship, which has this really neat attack here, this sub-attack, this heart, where anything that falls in its web gets damaged. And the more targets that this little girl has in her web, the higher the multiplier. So, of course, the goal is to get as many enemies inside the web as possible. for them big numbers. There's 4 characters in total. 2 of them are hidden behind probably the most goofy and insane unlock requirement ever. On the actual PCB, which Jaimers has, by the way, you have to get a total of 1 billion points across multiple playthroughs, and that takes many plays to do that. So luckily, like our friend on YouTube, Little Julian says, Eric Pearl has also made videos of this game. So he actually has a wonderful little cheat on how to unlock those characters that I'm going to be posting in the chat here. Watch that video, and that way, if you happen to look at that archive.org link, which I told you not to look at, you can unlock those characters yourself. So now we're already...
I think Mark messed up the resolution of the stream, and there is no health bar for the bosses. But that's even more exciting.
Yeah, you don't need to know how much health these bosses have. I love this beautiful, I love this cheerful aesthetic here with all the nice warm colors and the French in the background. It's very nostalgic.
Yeah, and Italy.
And Italy, yes. So yeah, they made 2 shoot-'em-ups for the M2. This and Zero Gunner 1. Zero Gunner 1 is itself a very strange game. You also will see this game is very friendly as far as Psycho games go, at least for the one-all. Because you can cancel all of those orange bullets with your shot. So it makes dodging a lot of these patterns quite easy. So here you get a nice big cancel on the boss.
Damn, Jim is going off screen already, using these secret techniques.
Secret strats.
Yeah. So if all of your hearts are locked onto one target, it acts as a bomb and it cancels out some types of bullets. So that's another thing you have to learn.
Is it fixed?
Excellent. It's another strategy that you really have to master in order to play this game effectively. This background reminds me a lot of Toy Story. I guess the whole game feels like it's inspired by Toy Story in a way. That kind of plasticky look. That's actually one thing I like about Psycho as a developer. I know people tend to unfairly say that they just made the same game over and over again, while ignoring that Ikeda also tended to make the same type of game over and over again. But I like that they were able to experiment with different styles, different graphical styles, really going into 3D. And a lot of their games have little interesting idiosyncrasies, like this one with the web, or even like the Zero Gunner 2, like 360 arena shooting. Yes, the pig sound effects. Yeah, there's a lot of funny noises in this game. So he's going to be even if you score, you don't get any extents. You only have 2. Yes, that's another way this game is like Race Storm. There's no extents, so you
also
have
no bombs.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Although
so
you have a shot cancelling mechanic on red bullets or blue. I forgot already.
Yeah, we haven't seen any blue bullets yet, but we probably will start seeing them by the time this boss rolls around, or at least by the next boss. He's already halfway through the loop. Yeah, kind of. Look at that wonderful web shot. This game is a lot of fun. It's easy enough to find, and it has some depth to it. It's not the usual Psycho, just like no miss, no bomb. Collect the coins. It does some interesting things.
But the extra enemies,
Yes. It also has a few caravan-style wave spawns. The faster you kill them, the more enemies show up, adding some more depth.
Look at that movie. Thank you, Jaimers.
Yeah, the more enemies there are in the web,
$14.
The higher the multiplier.
Yes, and some characters have different multipliers. There's actually one of the unlockable characters, if you watch the Eric Pearl video, which I'm going to relink. There's a penguin who constantly is weighed down by gravity. Bonk. So that's actually pretty fun to play at. I'd like to get a 1-all with that penguin. And the world record for this game is with the other one-player secret character, who's an old man who just has a big spinning ball or football that spins around his ship, and his multiplier goes up to like 100. Unfortunately, wait a minute, bees, is that a Mother Heckin' Dodonpachi reference, guys? I'm thinking it is. That is so heckin' based. I fucking love Dodonpachi. I'm so glad that Saikyo left a reference to that masterpiece in this game.
Yeah, so many references in this
Wait
stage.
a minute. Is this a heckin' Death Smiles reference? Mary the cow from Death Smiles? Oh my god, it just keeps on fucking coming. Please, give me more. Please. Bees, Mary at the same time? Oh my god.
This stage is actually quite annoying to play on.
It's not so bad. Just don't let the bees like hit you in the face like in real life, dude. Like, don't let the bee fly into your face.
I think those are wasps, actually.
I love this. Well, Hibachi is a wasp, but no one calls it that. I love this boss's angry face, but he's already dead.
Yeah, I think here where the budgets went downhill, they just realized, yeah, we don't care anymore. Just put Ramon shit.
No, this is a reference to Seymour from Little Shop of Horrors. Lots of goofy references. I love this misdirect here. It's very crucial if you don't want to die to this boss. This boss is like one of the walls of the game if you're just playing for survival. And trying to get that final nice big, nice times 24. You pulled it off. Excellent. I knew you could do it, bro.
Yeah, those are pretty big.
They're there.
Now there's going to be some more references in this game. More references in this stage, I mean, from the M2. I mean, for the M2 system itself. A special guest character from the Virtua Fighter series. That guy. I don't know his name because I think Virtua Fighter sucks, so I don't play it.
Also about the secret P1 side, I think it's a reference to Zit and Zip.
I really hope it's not, because the less people that know about that game, the better. I like this fat guy though as the boss.
Yeah, this meat boss is extremely annoying to fight on. This game has a massive amount of rank. When you die, you're gonna see the rank decrease.
Yeah, and you can already see in the blue bullets here that cannot be cancelled by shooting. So I guess you could say the game starts proper. And look, it's the Django. Speaking of Toy Story references and Django references, Jaimers is probably going to try to kill this guy quickly as possible because he's very dangerous.
I didn't mention this, but there's a massive point-blank effect if you shoot at your secret power immediately, like the.
Yeah, you want to have an auto fire. So already we are at the final stage, and this opening is really, really dangerous. You have to misdirect this, and it's very random too. The stage feels quite unfinished.
Suicide.
Yeah.
This stage, if you have a miss rank, you can easily stay in the corner of the screen and completely.
Well, you're about to see what happens when you rank down, or as the kids call it these days, killing yourself in Minecraft, which is what Jaimers just did. So he ranked down, and now the game is really chilled out for a little while. He's going to want to power up a little bit in time for the final boss.
Yeah, that suicide is essential.
Yeah,
and otherwise the second loop is just impossible.
Well, yeah, the health values of the health values of the bosses are crazy. They're also rank dependent, I think. So here we go, the final boss. Oh wow, he didn't die quick enough. All right, this guy is a pain in the dick. He has many different phases. That giant arm has a tendency to just whack right into you. Lots of bullshit attacks. Good luck. I don't know how many times I've been killed by that yo-yo. Too many, actually. But the final phase is where things start to get really annoying. You have to constantly be moving, and these enemies are going to be constantly trying to mess you up or block your shot. It's not uncommon that this boss times out because you just aren't doing enough damage.
Yeah, it's basically impossible in the second loop to kill this guy.
Yeah, I'm sure the world record player did it, but I don't know how. This guy
I think world record ends in 2.4 or 2.6.
Really?
I'll have to double check that.
I don't think.
All right, he did it. That's the first loop. Now we're gonna see the ending. A very charming ending.
Yeah. Nice boss kill. So, should we explain the second loop before it actually starts?
No, I think I'll explain it once it happens.
All right.
It's gonna be immediately obvious. There's nothing to explain. Uh-oh, his mom is angry at him. And he's gotta go home, he's grounded.
So it might end really quickly here if I mess up.
Oh, that's right. There's no continues in the second loop. And the second loop was just the bosses. They only had time to kill
Holy
the
fuck, this guy
bosses.
didn't die.
Yeah. Whew. Everything is really hard. And it's mostly blue bullets now. And they didn't have time to make a background, so you have this lovely checkerboard. Now using the bomb becomes essential to cancel those blue bullets. And those annoying Zako spawns, which are the hallmark of a Psycho game.
Yeah, the second loop is like 10 times harder than the first loop. It's really silly.
Yeah, it's...
Okay, got the bad pattern. Okay.
Yeah, the background looks like an emulation bug. First time I see the background.
But it actually comes quite in handy because this grid makes it very easy to judge where you're supposed to be for safe spots. And if we're lucky, we'll see precisely that.
Yeah, that boss did a weird pattern that it normally doesn't do. Yeah, very precise HP management on these bosses.
Yeah. Also, like, you really got to abuse the safe spots, otherwise you're not winning.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's true with every Psycho second loop, so it's not like this game is, unique in that regard.
Yeah.
At the very least, I'm glad they didn't decide that you'd be listening to the boss music the entire second loop. That'd be pretty grating. So yeah, he's delays the bomb there in order to get a cancel. Really learn how to do that if any of you scrubs are ever brave enough to play this game into the second loop.
Yeah, this is first world footage of the second loop ever. Live on Shmup Slam.
Yeah, the first live loop 2 play. You guys should be so fucking lucky. You should be down on your knees right now thanking Jaimers for doing this for you.
Yeah, not including the unlisted wall. Oops, I licked the...
And that's secret knowledge, though.
Nah,
Yeah.
can't share that.
There's Bath running his fucking mouth again.
It's only for members.
Yeah. You have to gain an elite status in order to yikes.
Yeah, I guess
my Patreon for exclusive videos.
Jaimers, can I share a link to your Patreon on the chat?
Sure.
Or whatever the Dutch version of Patreon is, that Hefta, whatever. This boss, man, I can't believe it. I can't believe that it just looks so risky. You're still doing this goofy cancels or the goofy multiplier stuff.
Yeah, it's just muscle memory, I guess.
Yeah, and honestly, it's all safe spot abuse. Otherwise, you're not dodging. That hitbox on your little girl's ship is very large.
It's very, very big.
Yeah.
Also, I don't have a Patreon, by the way. Get that clear.
Come on, man, don't be modest. All right, here we go. Two more. This guy's bullets are so fast. He's a real sharpshooter now, like the real Django.
Okay, just kill this guy.
Yeah, just don't bother messing with him. Shoot him right in between the legs. It doesn't matter that you're fighting dirty. All right, final boss time. Ooh, boy, can't believe it. We're already here.
Yeah, this boss is way too hard to fight normally, so I'm most going to time out everything.
Yeah, he's going to use that wonderful grid pattern to move from safe spot to safe spot. It's kind of like XY coordinates. Very useful that way.
It's surprisingly useful, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm glad that they left that in. They could have just put in the stage backgrounds, and it just would have been very annoying. But thank God. It's not going to help the final phase, but good luck.
Yeah, that's the hardest part of the game.
Yeah.
Easily.
For real. Oh boy, my heart rate's going up. There's nothing to do with the game, though. I think it's just my diet.
Yeah, it's very warm as well here.
We got the Zoo pickup today.
So here we go. The final phase. It is, someone mentioned in the chat, hit scan bullets. So this is basically hit scan. You're not thinking at this point. You're just moving.
Yeah, this is very precise memo.
It's kind of bullshit, actually.
It's extremely bullshit.
Of course, that pig walked right, and a fucking jar pig tried to end the run right there.
Yeah, that guy was in the way.
Oh look, a bunch of Redditor drones are trying to walk into you now.
Okay, I need to go down. Okay. Okay, now go down. And...
Can't even... Alright. Woo! Boy, he did it! First try! How about that? Hot dog.
Really nice.
Hot diggity dog.
One life.
Okay, so if I died at any point in the final boss or the second loop, the one would have been over at that point. Because for some reason, when you die after that point, you never get full power back. So you just can't recover at all.
Yeah, it's the enemies stop dropping those little power-up chips, so you're just screwed.
Yeah, I think they only just drop two, and you have to get the third one from like another enemy. That's how it works. Mm-hmm. But there are, I know, more enemies that drop them after the final boss.
So, man, that was clutch. Well, you've been practicing a lot the last couple of days, so I'm glad you were able to pull it off.
Yeah, I want to finish this game and get like a good score to showcase everyone.
Yeah, you were so close to 8. You were so close to 8 million. It's too bad that JHA doesn't separate boards by characters. That would have been really nice. Because I like the playing as to play as the Emma character. Jaimers, I didn't tell you about this, but since we have a few minutes before the end of our allotted time, I actually asked the members of STG Rev 2020 to submit some fan questions in the event that you two-all on your first time. And so if you're feeling up to it, you can answer some Q&A from the audience that I've, all anonymous, that I've collected here.
Oh, yeah, by the way, you can see in this demo that player 1 gets times 64 as a maximum multiplier.
Right.
Like all the characters have like completely different scoring systems. Honestly, it's pretty wild.
Yeah. The Eden P1 was like a wrecking ball, like an easy rock up.
96 times multiplier. So okay, first question here. Let's see. Jaimers, longtime fan, you rock man. My question is, how many hours a day do I have to play to get on your level?
I think about 2 hours a day for 10 years.
All right. Well, you heard the man. Get going. You get going. All right. Let's see here. Next question. Jaimers, one question for you. Ketsui or Dodonpachi?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
So
I think I have to go with Ketsui though.
Really, I'm surprised. I thought you put way more time into Dodonpachi.
Yeah, I wanted to get a good score in that game, and it's like just fun goal. But I think just to play, I think Ketsui is more chill, more fun.
I would honestly agree with you. Even though I haven't cleared Ketsui, I do like its fast pace.
I just want to get the free 600 million in DDP.
The free 600 million. All right, let's see what else we got here. Jaimers, what is your favorite species of flightless bird? What?
I mean, dodo is pretty high tier, I think.
The elusive dodo. Okay, let's see here. Next one, Jaimers, longtime fan in the Dutch cartoon Angezelig. Who is your favorite character?
Wait, which one? Say it again.
In the Dutch cartoon Angezelig, who is your favorite character? Coco, Mai, or Maya? Do you know what he's talking about?
I'm not sure, but you might be pronouncing it wrong.
You know what? I'm going to skip that question because it doesn't make any sense. Let's see here.
Dutch is very hard to pronounce.
Yeah, Dutch is a little hard to pronounce. Let's see. Here we go. This one looks like it's about Dodonpachi. Dear Jaimers. I'm sorry. It's just funny that it starts that way. Dear Jaimers, I think about you all the time. Whenever I'm playing Dodonpachi, I like to imagine you're right behind me, breathing on my shoulder.
I think we have to cut the stream, guys.
Actually, you know what? I can't. I actually can't read the rest. I actually can't read the rest of it. So you know what? This segment is Q&A is over. Thank you all.
That'll do.
See you.
That'll do.
Thank you all for submitting your questions to Jaimers.
See you guys. Man, play Pilot Kids, beat my score. Put some videos on the internet of the game, please.
Yes,
right,
please.
awesome.
HD.
Nicely played.
Thanks for watching,
That
everyone.
was an awesome run. Okay, up next, we have a Hall of Famer when it comes to Shmup Slam, because he is one of 3 people who has been in every single Shmup Slam, including the very bootleg, very first Shmup Slam. So, Eero is going to be playing Turbo Force, which is one of the greatest shmups ever made. So, this is going to be a really fun run. Stay tuned.
I can vouch for that.
By the way, I'm also one of those people. Haha.
What? So there's 4. I didn't know that. So you were in the first one? Were you in the first one?
Yeah, I was in the. Yeah, I was in the
Okay.
first one. I did Espgaluda, a bootleg recording of Espgaluda
That's
when
right.
recordings
Okay.
were still
So
allowed.
you're in the Hall of Fame as well. That's awesome.
Awesome. Yeah,
And
that's right.
EC being done dirty here.
Yes. I'll send you your T-shirt.
Awesome. Great.
All right.
Thank you. All right.
See you next week.
Everyone, enjoy
See you
the
guys.
runs. All right. I think that went well.